Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Heroes of the Mist, bringing you spooky fun in the sunshiny state of Barovia. Or not so sunshiny. I guess it depends on your definition. My name's Alex, and I will be your humble dungeon master, as always. Say hello, intrepid heroes.
Hello,
Hello, Intrepid Heroes.
You asked for that one.
Yeah, I stole that one from Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Well, I mean, you got it in stereo too, so it's even better.
Right? So yeah, I'm so excited to be bringing Heroes of the Mist to you guys tonight. Announcement wise, we don't have a whole lot, but we do want to go ahead and thank our sponsors, Roll20 and Metallic Dice Games. We'll be giving away a set of the Unicorn Ice Dice tonight at the break. So be sure you stick around, get that keyword. The other announcement I have, I'll be attending an author event here in Columbus, Ohio this Sunday. So if anybody is local and wants to come out and hang out at the book lot with me and talk about The Magician's Sin, I'd be more than happy to see you there. And then at the end of the month, I'll be at UConn running games. So if you're in the Michigan area and you want to come down and see me and play some games, that sounds like awesome. Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about before we go ahead and jump in?
Nothing new from my end.
I will not be fulfilling any dreams anytime near the future. So, go Alex.
Dreams. So I guess we'll go ahead and we will roll the opening cinematic for this week. Episode 4, Village in the Mist. Are we back? All right. So, who would like to recap what happened last week for an extra point of inspiration?
Well, let's see. Lily Scratch got herself possessed by a ghost child as she went to confront him or her. Well, she went to go confront Thorn and ended up getting possessed by Rose, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
We managed to expel the child and then got our rest for the night. Headed down into the depths of the house. Managed to, I think we put down the mother of the manor and defeated the cursed child. And then had to escape as the house was basically black holing in and of itself.
That was a very tense time.
It really was.
It got down to they needed to get 5 successes before 3 failures, and one of them was going to get eaten by the house, and they got down to 4 successes and 2 failures. So it was a tense time.
Especially since someone suggested making the dog the sacrifice. We didn't have to find out.
It was just a question. It was not a suggestion.
Cat people.
So you guys find yourself standing on a cobble street surrounded by a number of buildings. I'm gonna switch over maps for you guys.
Now, when we entered the house, there was not a town nearby, so this is kind of strange in and of itself, correct?
That is correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I was very confused.
Welcome to Ravenloft.
Some might call it magic.
Hmm.
Well, no,
You-
there's giant numbers and letters in the ground. This can't be good.
Yeah, it's no good. I couldn't
Where-
find a icon-free map. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, and we're here where that big
You're
arrow
aware
is.
of the yes.
Okay.
So as you guys are sort of there's these slick, wet cobblestones, and these tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness, and no sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. And you guys can also hear the steady sound of like wheels running on cobblestones.
A lot of wheels? Or
No, just like one cart.
okay.
How late is it?
Looking up at the sky, it appears to be very late out.
Hey, Alex, are the E numbers supposed to be visible to us?
I couldn't find a version of the map that didn't have them, so pretend they're not there.
Who is
Okay.
this Alex person?
Very good. Very good. Just
I'm
happen to
the-
wander by this one labeled building. So peeking out onto the street, can we see anything approaching that might like give a clue as to the identity of this cart?
Give me a perception check.
I was afraid you were going to say something like that.
Edric, if you want to make a perception check at advantage for listening, you can do that as well.
Okay.
Since you got those Caliban ears.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, and one thing we forgot to mention in the recap, Edric did reveal his name as Beetlejaw to the group.
To Lily
Yeah.
specifically.
Lily.
Yeah,
Lily
I think it was just
specifically.
to me.
Hey,
Fun.
there it is. Exactly what I expected.
Matthias, you're kind of looking around. You
There's
know,
a street?
yeah, there's a street. You're not entirely sure what direction the sound is coming from. Looking around, you do notice, however, that a lot of these buildings have boarded up windows.
Uh-huh.
I got a 19 on my roll.
With a 19, Edric, as you're listening, it sounds like coming around this corner over here is a small cart, and you can hear somebody humming quietly to themselves.
Is it the Undertaker? Come out to bring out your dead. Dong.
I'm not dead yet.
Being oblivious to the cart, and these windows are boarded up. Is there any signs that the houses are like? Is there light coming through the boards at all? Like, do they look inhabited, or is it look the abandoned village at the edge of nowhere?
The houses in this immediate area do appear to be abandoned, but
Okay.
looking down closer towards the center of town, you do see some lights.
Okay.
You don't hear any people about, but you do see some lights sort of cutting through the sort of low mist that crosses the ground over here.
Oh, low mist.
When you said it was late, is this late in the afternoon, late at night?
It appears to be late at night, like after midnight.
So we all still have healing potions, right?
Got a
Mhm.
bunch last time. Yeah.
Yes, you guys also got a basket that had 5 red potions in it with a letter that said "Be seeing you soon." S.
I thought we
Oh,
divvied the potions up.
Yes,
you
we
divvy-
did.
Two sets
Those
of potions. There was a
potions
4-set
Yeah.
and a 5-set. I gave
Yep.
everybody else one but me for the 4-set, and everybody got a 5-set one.
Awesome.
Well, I need a potion before we get in any.
I think that we should try to find like an inn or something in this town to potentially rest.
Okay. Oh, it's a better idea.
How's
As you
everyone-
guys are standing here discussing this, you do see a figure comes around the corner there that's pushing a cart. It looks like it's a little old lady.
How's everyone's vision?
Human.
Human.
I have dark
I-
vision up to 120 feet.
I have dark vision. I'm not familiar with how far it goes, so
Um,
I will look.
I'm gonna
You're-
pull out, if Alex, I'm gonna pull
Yeah.
out one of my globes, my little spinning balls,
Yeah,
Mm.
cool.
and light it up.
Yeah, that provides plenty of visibility. With the light on, you can actually see the little old lady coming around the corner now.
Oh boy.
This little old lady is kind of hunched over, pushing this cart along, and the cart itself is painted all white, except on the side there's a red sign that says Granny's Pies, and there's a windmill on the like in between where it says Granny and Pies.
A windmill, as
No.
in
Mm-hmm. The house we just came
the
from.
house we just came from.
I
And
want
when
nothing.
she sees you guys down at the end of the street, she kind of smiles and waves at you and starts making her way your direction.
I'm gonna kind of try to stand behind everyone if I'm not already. Wait, are we
Oh, great.
standing? Weren't we on the ground before?
I really hope we picked ourselves up and dusted
Yeah.
ourselves off.
Yeah.
You guys could have stood up in the time that
Oh,
you've been sort of
Okay.
gathering your
Okay.
bearings.
Oh, great, another human.
Hmm.
And she kind of comes up the ways and she says, "Oh, dearies, welcome to Barovia. You seem to be out here in the cold by yourselves."
Not of our choice. When a house kind of spits you out, you don't really get a choice in where you end up. Although this is not exactly what I imagined was going to happen.
Oh, Granny wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I'll sort of give Tyrion the sideways look like.
Same.
Yeah.
You can just imagine that I'm drunk. It's fine.
Yeah.
I take it you're not from around here then.
Correct.
Well, spat out of a house or not, I'm glad to make your acquaintance.
Human woman, could you possibly guide us to a safe inn that we could stay up for the night? We've been
Oh.
traveling for a long time and we're pretty weary.
Of course. There is an inn in town. It is just around the corner here. It's called the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Of course it is.
What's the name of the village?
This is the village of Barovia.
Do we know that? Does anyone know if that is that familiar to us?
None of you have heard of this place.
Okay.
Which kingdom is that in?
Which kingdom is it in, my dearie? Well, you are in the Duchy of Barovia. Haven't had a king here in, well, a long time, since before Granny was a girl.
You referred to yourself in the third person?
That's just what everyone calls me, dearie, and sometimes I get a little addled in the brain.
Are there a lot of people who want pies this late at night, Granny?
Oh yes. My pies help people sleep.
Ah,
Nothing like a warm, something in your belly to help you rest in.
What kind of pies are they?
Oh, well, Granny's got lots of kinds, and she'll kind of like flip the lid open on her cart, and you do see there is a row of just very hot, steaming meat pies on one side, and then it looks like it's like maple nut and blueberry pies on the other side.
Can I use any of my detect magic on her? Would that be going off or?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah, she's scaring me. By me, I mean Lily. She's very apprehensive of this. I thought I had something else that would help me with that, but no, I just want to try to detect magic, I guess.
Okay.
Which is at will, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so you're free to detect magic all you want. When you detect magic on her, the pies do register as some kind of magic. And she also registers as being some kind of magical person.
Okay. If Beetlejaw is still the closest one to me, I give him kind of a look that tells him, because I don't want to share it out loud. I don't want her to hear me yet. So
Do I perception check to see if I understand that?
Roll an insight check, actually. Did your insight?
I'm getting to it. Hold on.
Cool.
really just trying to.
Insight.
hi, Merc.
Normal, right?
Yes, normal.
Yeah. Hi, kitty.
You're not sure what message Lily's trying to give you.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
Beetlejaw just kind of gives her a look back like, what?
I just roll my eyes. I don't know if it's supposed to be like. Would I be able to tell if it's any sort of ill intent magic or just magic?
It's reading as conjuration magic, which could be either or. Conjuration just brings things into existence.
Okay, then I will share out loud that I don't think we should eat these pies.
And it could be that she used a purify food and water, or she could have used a create food and water spell to make these pies.
No, okay. How about instead of I say, I'm not sure that we're hungry, we're just tired. Trying to like persuade the group to not eat pie without being offending of her, I guess.
She says, well, dearies, if you don't want any pies, that's fine. If it's a matter of money, dearie, here, take one for free. And she sort of hands you, she says, do you want one of the blueberries or maple nut, or would you like one of the meat pies?
No, I'm good, really. I'm just tired. Thank you, though.
And thank you for your directions to the inn. It's much
Yes.
course.
Thank you. My friends, I feel like we should travel on to the end.
Yes.
Oh, he considers us friends now.
Well,
Listen.
dearies, I'm not going to get involved in that.
Not with that tone.
And she'll say, if you are ever back in the village or you see Granny passing through the valley, please feel free to stop by and say hello. And she's going to mosey off on her way.
Beetlejaw, in a very sassy way, flips his cape around to continue on toward the end.
Sassy.
Hopefully,
I
nearly
will-
hitting Tyrion in the face with the cape.
Excellent.
I will walk up to Edric, sort of once Granny's out of earshot, and sort of quietly say, referring to people as humans the way you do gives the indication that you're not, which is not something you might want to advertise in a strange village.
I was not familiar that you knew what was normal or not normal in this village.
When you say to a strange person you just met human, you imply that you aren't one.
Where I come from, that is what my people usually call humans. We call them humans.
Again, in a strange place, calling out that you're not might
There's a
create
poll.
problems.
Should the party eat the pie? No. She's gone. We can't eat it.
Alex is voting yes.
How do
There's a
I
poll?
vote?
No, we're not doing polls. No.
I think you click on the little down arrow and then you vote.
I got it.
All right. Rob, if you could clear Granny off of the screen, that'd be great. So you guys go making your way through the village, following the directions that Granny pointed you towards, and you do see this sort of squat tavern in the distance. Looking out, there's a single shaft of light that thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
No, that's not foreboding.
It looks like it used to say Blood of the Vine, but somebody scratched out the of and replaced it with an on.
Gotta love the village with a sense of humor.
Have you
Uh-huh.
seen this place? I'm not sure that's what's going on here.
Ayuz would be proud.
Well,
I don't get it.
I...
Must be a human thing.
Must be. Edric senses that he's being made fun of, but kind of shrugs it off.
I just want to ask, like, did we all hold hands as a group? Was that a thing, or was that just me and you,
That was just,
Edric?
us.
Okay.
'Cause that's
Okay.
why you're the only one that heard my real name.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure, like, at some point, I would imagine that the stuff that happens before it stops happening, like, okay, never mind. We're good. We're good.
No,
I've
no.
caught up.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
This will saunter on in.
Yep.
So you guys creep your way into the
Creep.
tavern.
Now you go too far.
He said saunter. I mean, that's totally different than creep.
Yeah.
We could Could sachet in there.
Okay, now we're going too far.
Yeah.
So as you guys head into the tavern,
Her in the village.
Um,
Carol Wolf has issues in the chat. That's what I'm saying. Everything's on
this
fire.
once finely appointed tavern appears to have grown shoddy over the years. There's a blazing fire in the hearth, giving
looks pretty
scant
nice.
warmth to a few huddled souls within. You see there is a man behind the bar. There are three women who look like Vistani women huddled together at a table. And there is a man in the corner that seems to take notice of you guys as you walk in.
First thing, Beetlejaw would look at the three Vistani women and try to see if he recognized any of them from the caravan.
Sure. They do not appear to be familiar to you from the caravan.
Okay.
But they are dressed just like the people from the caravan.
Noted. Thank you.
And nobody greets you as you walk in.
Okay.
And no one like looks at us either.
The man in the corner seems to make eyes at you.
Okay.
What kind of eyes? I mean,
Get closer, find out.
He an appraising look he sort of gives you.
gotcha.
Step in the line, you can praise.
I don't know about you guys, but I am quite famished. I'm going to head to the bar and see if I can find something to fulfill my nourishment.
Sure. I was going to see the innkeeper about lodgings too.
Was my idea.
Yeah.
It was your idea. Why didn't you say it?
Okay, boys. Bring it down a notch. We all are very tired and hangry.
I thought I was a sassy one.
It looks like you have competition.
Yeah.
So you guys walk up to the bar, and the bartender is sort of mechanically cleaning out glasses and sending them over, and just almost rote, like his body's on autopilot. And he kind of looks up at you, and he has these very dead eyes. And he says, "What you want?"
We'd like to inquire about lodgings and maybe some food.
Room 2 silver. Comes with food.
How many to a room?
4 to room.
We'll need 2 rooms then. I'll pay the 4 silver out of the party fund.
Good idea.
Food is stew tonight. 1 drink.
1 drink each?
Want to drink.
Lily wants a drink.
Purple grape mash or red dragon crush.
Red Dragon Crush.
4 silver pieces.
Edric
What?
leans over to Matthias and says, if I'm not to call him human, what do I call him?
Barkeep.
That would make sense. Barkeep. How much would it cost me for extra food for the pup?
Dogs eat free.
Excellent.
Oh. How do I pay is this a thing I have to do?
So 1 gold piece is 10
Help.
silver pieces.
So I can just give him a gold piece and he'll give me back 6 silver pieces? Yes?
Yep.
Math?
Do it.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
Do
but I
I
think
see-
Matthias already took care of it,
Well,
Oh.
I took care of the rooms. Like,
Yeah.
which included the food, right?
That's
Food,
She's
yeah.
gonna drink. She's gonna
Yeah.
drink. My bad.
While they're doing that, I'm leaning up against the bar, but I'm leaning with my back to the bar, watching the guy who was watching us.
The guy who's watching you is making his way over to you guys.
do I see Lily pull out a gold piece?
You do.
All right. If I can sort of cover that quick before the bartender sees it, I will drop the 4 silver down for her drink and quietly say, flashing gold in a village this size may draw unwanted attention. If you have no silver, I can give you some.
Do I just I hand you the gold piece then, and just leave it at that. Is that fine? Put it
Well, here,
secretly.
yeah, I'll slip 10 silver out of the party fund and give it to her in exchange for the gold, so she has money that's not
Gold.
Yeah, flashing
Cool.
lots of money in a small village like this will draw unwanted attention.
Alex, does Lancelot react to the guy coming toward us?
He does not.
Okay.
The guy coming over though, he does say, Arik, please, the first drinks are on me.
And you would be?
My name is Ismark. And the three Vistani women say, Ismark the Lesser, and they sort of like cackle together like witches.
Oh boy.
Once again, I don't get it.
I'm lost this time too.
And he says, please ignore them. Would you join me over here, please, at my table?
Beetlejaw can feel the hairs on the back of his neck rising, and he says calmly, I appreciate the offer, but I will personally stay here.
I stay with you.
Sure, I'll join you.
I'll come see what you have to say. I'll palm the 2 room keys for now. Join Tristan over at the table.
Yeah, you guys notice when Arik the barkeep gets through the glasses he just cleaned, he starts at the end and starts cleaning them again.
Admire his diligence.
Glasses weren't clean to begin with.
Do I have any mind reading spells?
You do not, I don't think.
No. I almost got something like it.
So Ismark will lead those of you willing to come and join him, and he sits down at the table. He says, believe me, I understand your friend's hesitancy to join us. This is a dark place that you have come to. You're strangers here, right?
Correct.
We have not seen strangers in Barovia in a very long time. It's sort of an interesting occasion when strangers come to town.
How so?
It means that the devil has brought new mice to chase, so to speak.
Wow.
May I inquire, are you adventuring stock? Heroic fighters and the like?
I'll sort of look at Tristan and look at my gear and say, I'll let you draw your own conclusions. It's an interesting question.
I ask because, well, I have need of enterprising individuals.
To do what exactly?
My sister, I have need of people to take her from this village to somewhere safe in the valley.
Well, as strangers here, I don't know that we would know where somewhere safe is. Do you have some place in mind?
I do. There is a village in the city that is safe. It has a palisade. It has the rumors say that the devil has not visited this village in 100 years. It is the only safe place I can think of in this accursed place.
And yet you're willing to send your sister with a bunch of adventuring stock that was, as you said, summoned by the devil to be mice to be chased?
I don't know what else to do. If he brought you here for a reason. You are capable. You have to be. More capable than that wizard, anyway.
There's a wizard in this town?
Not anymore. He died.
That would make him less capable than, I suppose, the living.
Does this devil have a name?
His name is Strahd. Strahd von Zarovich. He is the ruler of this place, of this valley. He is a vampire. He dwells in Castle Ravenloft.
Ooh.
He has ruled over this valley for hundreds of years.
I, under my breath, kind of lean over to Lily and say, they're discussing a vampire.
Where
Do
is
I
your
know what vampires are?
Yes, you know what vampires
Okay.
are.
where is your sister now?
She is at their house. Our manor is on the outskirts of the village. It has come under attack every night for the last 2 weeks.
Under attack by what?
Zombies, wolves, bats, anything the devil can throw at us. It was too much for my father. He passed away yesterday. His heart gave out. And the attacks have stopped, at least for now.
So
So
maybe, how far away is this other village?
There's a journey of 2 days.
You seem like a strong, capable man. Why haven't you escorted your sister to the village?
She won't go with me.
What makes you think she'll go with us?
She'll have to see the reason. If I come back with a group of people who if she won't, I can't leave because now I guess I am the burgomaster of this village. I have duties to attend to. And if I can give her an armed escort to Valakai, this village, she'll see the reason. She has to.
It sounds like your sister's a headstrong woman that will do what she wants to do.
The Morning Lord has gifted her with a strong head, that is no lie. Please, I don't know what else to do. I feel stuck.
Well, obviously leaving right now isn't going to work.
You can at least let us sleep on it.
Of course. If you want to stay in the manor, you are more than welcome to.
Is this the manor?
No, this is a tavern.
We'll need to discuss this with the whole group, but
Did she ever get a drink?
Yeah, the bartender pours it. It comes in a red bottle with this label
Oh boy.
from the
Red Dragon.
Wizards of Wine's Tavern, or Wizards of Wine Winery.
It has it has a logo, and it's going to become a plot point. I mean,
This is where the first campaign is. The significance of this is that's cool, and if it's going to kill me, I guess that's fine. I don't know. I just assume that like detect magic kind of works all the time, so I don't. But I don't like. Can I tell if things are bad or good or just magic?
Just magic,
Well, that's
because magic is neither good nor evil. It's just its intended use.
and I imagine here in Barovia, there's lots of magic already anyway.
Oodles and toaster strudels of magic.
Well, this is helpful. Okay.
Landscape sometime.
Arik will come over with drinks for you guys too. He pours out. Ismark can't splurge for the good stuff, but he does get you guys the purple grape mash, which is a rather unremarkable red wine. With it also has a label from the Wizards of Wine Winery.
Of course it does.
I'll nod my thanks and head over to the bar where Lily and Edric are.
Lily also did not order the purple drink like that because she has an aversion to things being called purple.
Lily is purple.
Well, she thought it was like instant like reaction was, is he insulting me?
Mm. So
Did we
Matthias,
ever
you
get
go
our,
over to.
did we
Yeah,
ever get our food?
the food comes out too. It's a stew. There's some thick potatoes and generous portions of meat. It looks like Arik, when he cooks, he doesn't worry about stock or supplies.
Food seems to have a lot of magical qualities to it. But we're hungry. So
His
magical
food does not
food.
register as magic.
Are you sure? I don't feel like.
I look at her like turning my head slowly with my mouth was like totally busting full of potato stew. With a spoon like in the mouth. Like
Nothing. It's fine. I drink my drink.
So I'll kind of lean over on the bar while those two are eating and just kind of quietly say, the guy at the table over there is the Burgermeister, the local mayor. And he's looking for people to escort his sister to a safe place. It's a little fishy. There's a lot of odd elements at play in this weird little town. He's offered to let us stay at the manor house, and not realizing Edric's got super hearing. According to him, the local lord is a vampire, and he's got it in for his sister.
yes, I heard.
Oh,
How old is his sister?
I don't know.
While they're doing that, I'm still over by the table with the Burgermeister, just chit-chatting, making small talk.
I didn't know if you two wanted to come over and sort of join the conversation as we're pondering what to do. He's asking for help. He's offering a place to stay. I don't know what your thoughts are on either of those.
We've already paid for a room here tonight. Perhaps we should take the night to think about it. And we can discuss this privately in our rooms.
Fair enough.
I agree. But I would like to hear about his sister, so I will go over and join the conversation.
Tristan, what were you going to say to Ismark?
I'm just making small talk, trying to find out a little bit about the history of the lake area. Just nothing super heavy because I'm just trying to things a little bit, get a read off of them.
Give me an insight check.
10.
With a 10, as you're chatting with him, you do get the impression that he is pleasant. You think that he is somebody who is very put upon and in a situation that he was not prepared to tackle. And you think he is a man at his wit's end. He does not seem to you to have any sort of sinister ulterior motives, or he seems like he's not that deep.
That's why he's Ismark the Lesser.
So we are all going to head over then to join the conversation. As on our way over, I ask Matthias, so I don't call him human either.
No, Ismar or Burgermeister will do.
As we approach the table, old man, please tell us. We would like more information about this sister, I'm told.
He looks at you like, old. I guess I'm old for this time period. What would you like to know about my sister?
I will just chime in and say, how old is she? How long has she been gone?
She's not gone.
She is not gone. She is at the house, but she has just passed her 20th year.
How do you know that?
Younger than I.
How do you know that? Is she marked? Or
he has fed from her twice.
Oh, these are things you might have mentioned earlier.
So, do I know the significance of this? Since
convenient to leave that out.
Roll an Arcana check.
When do you do the advantage stuff? Is that just when something tells you to use it?
Yeah, I'll tell you when to roll advantage.
Oh, okay. was like, because I'm not that one.
It'll be when you have some like particular insight, or if there's like something in
Gotcha.
your background that I think would give you a bonus to this roll. Lily, you're not sure the significance of being bitten twice by a vampire. Other than it didn't take
Not
all
with a-
your blood both those times, so that's got to be something.
Not with a 5. I'm not sure of anything.
Twice shy.
You know that vampires feed on blood.
Okay. So I will ask then, is that significant to your people?
Now, I know it's not great, but I guess we all have skills. Like, I know I'm not great at. Does any of us have a chance to know the significance of bitten twice?
You guys can roll a history check or an arcana check, whichever is higher for your character.
I feel like I thought I had enough for that, for me to have like a chance to know things, but
Yeah, this is one of those, what the player knows versus the character.
yeah.
Yep.
What happened to Bardic lore?
Wow.
I thought the dice roll.
Apparently, we're not meant to know anything.
I guess that's what I was like.
Curse you, extra
dang.
digital dice.
My arcana's high too, so I was like,
If
I
we were
got
using dice from Metal Dice.
this.
If we were using dice from Metallic Dice Games, we'd be all over it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So you get yourself a set.
Especially when things are called unicorn something.
Unicorn
know.
ice.
Yeah. No.
None of you guys know the significance of the amount of times a vampire feeds on someone.
We're idiots.
You do know that this person has to mean more than a meal to that person, to that vampire, because usually vampires feed until they die and then move on to the next person.
Okay. Well, then at this point, I assume that the sister is either naive or enchanted. Trance. There we go.
And sorcelled.
Sorcelled, like, yes. And can I ask the guy, like, when the last time she was fed off of? Then
It was 3 days ago, before our father passed.
Why her and not you?
I don't know. The devil doesn't want me. He is obsessed with her. I don't know why.
the devil.
That's what he calls Strahd.
I don't know if I'd come up with a better term for a vampire that's ruling an entire country.
Dutchy.
Dutchy.
Sorry, I was correct earlier, so.
So your sister, is she safe now?
He hasn't attacked the manor house in the past few days, but I think he is waiting for my father to be buried.
Wait, you asked us to stay at a manor that is marked for this devil to keep coming back to?
He has not been here in a couple of days, not since my father passed. I think he is giving us time to bury my father out of some sense of civility or nobleness. He is a strange creature.
I don't like it.
It's strange too, but it's fine.
You know how vampires are. They pretend to be civilized creatures when really they're just devilish abominations. He kind of spits on the table.
Disgusting.
Does Lancelot react to any of this?
Lancelot does not. You notice, however, that Lancelot is looking out the front door like he wants to go somewhere.
Well, I can't speak for. I guess I look to everyone and say that I would like to help his sister, but I agree with staying here tonight.
I would say give us time to mull it over. But I do have a question.
Yes.
Do you know Madame Eve?
Oh,
Madame Eva. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm familiar with Madame Eva. She is a Vistani fortune teller.
Is she in this? Where does she normally practice?
Well, she stays in a Vistani camp between here and Valakai.
The city where you want us to take your sister.
It's a weird coincidence, isn't it?
I don't believe in weird coincidences.
The Vistani have a semi-permanent encampment at a place called the Ser Pool, Tser Pool.
Mm.
They usually wander all over the place, except for these three, and he kind of casts a look over at the Vistani women in the corner.
And this Vistani camp is on the way to Valakai?
It is. They say she tells the fortunes of anybody who comes and enjoys their hospitality.
Again.
Oh.
Well, there's that to go on then. Meet us here in the morning. We can give you an answer then, looking at those that are still paying attention.
You have my thanks. And he gets up and he orders another round for you guys, and then he throws his cloak over his shoulder and he heads out.
I look over at Tyrion and ask him if that person he knew. I gave him the necklace, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, that's right. Because we went over that. So, do you think she was really there?
I don't know, and at the moment, I don't know that I care.
I roll my eyes and look away. Disgruntled.
Edric downs his second bottle of wine or glass of wine that was given to him.
2 bottles
and-
down.
And says to the party, like, I've never had this stuff before. It's really tasty.
I think we should get him to bed.
Yeah, I think. I guess if we count Lancelot, there'll be 3 to a room. You want to divvy? I'll put the keys on the table and have him divvy up. But I don't think anybody should be alone for too long in this strange village.
Agreed.
I have to sleep in the same room as a human.
Not if you don't want to, which was the obvious answer to all of this, looking at Matthias.
Finally, a smart one in the bunch.
Jeez. Okay. And at that, you know what? I'm not too keen on staying anywhere with talking people, and he's about to pass out. So I got him. You guys go.
All right.
As you guys, walk away, Arik has started cleaning the glasses from the other side of the bar now. So he did them from the left to the right, and then I did them from the right to the left. Now he's doing them from the left to the right again.
I take it Lily and Edric are taking Lancelot with them.
Yeah, I think the dog goes where Edric goes.
Yeah, he's just pretty much stashing me unless I give him something else to do.
Yeah, the dog's got a big, nice ham bone with him.
Excellent.
Ham boning.
Well, he thinks that's all his. Wait till later.
Okay.
All right. What do you guys do?
Paladins who can't hold the liquor.
Edric puts his head down on the table.
If Lily is ready, were you indicating you were ready to go to the room?
I'm ready for bed, unless anyone
I will
wants...
help you. I will help you carry Edric if he is too inebriated to make the trek himself.
I can handle myself. Don't touch
I-
me, human.
I would appreciate your assistance.
I got this. I got this.
It flashes back to every time drinking ever.
Oh my god.
Edric stands up, not well, and just kind of stumbles his way through. Are the bedrooms? Do we know where they're at? Are they upstairs? Are they around the corner?
Yeah, he told you what rooms that you guys were staying in.
Are they upstairs?
They are upstairs.
Of course they are.
Wait,
So-
are we the only people in the bar too?
There's
Other
a
than
Vistani
the-
girl.
Other than the 3 Vrstani.
Edric kind of stumbles toward the stairs, and Lancelot follows happily with his handphone.
Lancelot thinks it's a game.
I'm sure. So I guess I get up to make sure because he's not walking well. But can I call over to the bartender whose name I don't remember and ask if he's okay? Like, you okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm fine. And he goes back to polishing his glasses.
Okay.
I'll follow a little bit behind Edric just to make sure he gets to the room okay. Make sure Lily kind of gets him in and
Strength
place
is
to
not
stand
my
his spot.
asset. Can I just Eldritch blast him up to the room? Sort of thing? Like,
Edric approaches the stairs and he starts to climb, but you notice that he's like putting his right foot like in the air, like just missing the step every time.
oh,
Not going
jeez.
anywhere.
Do you want to get one side and I'll get the other, Matthias?
Sure.
Thanks.
There we go, Edric. Up the stairs.
Ready?
Whoa.
Lancelot, do not walk between his feet.
Is that
I
not the
turn-
game we're playing?
I look at Tristan and I just kind of shake my head. And so, fortune teller on the way to a village where this Burgermeister wants us to take his sister, who's been fed upon by a vampire twice. This sounds like bad news.
Yeah, it seems like you really ticked off Istus.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works.
Uh-huh.
Normally, she doesn't care.
I'm pretty sure Olin Namara is laughing at me too, so it's okay.
It's all a joke to these gods. What are they, Greek?
Oh wait, are you guys on the same like theology thing? Religion thing?
They're worlds apart.
Yeah,
Oh.
literally.
Literally.
I'm just gonna start reading D&D manuals, so tell me where to start, and I got this.
Start in Eberron.
Don't start it.
You're so evil. You belong in Ravenloft.
Oh, pointed her to Dark Sun.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Oh.
So
No mercy.
So yeah, I mean, it pretty sounds like we're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. So
We don't have to take the job. Though I don't like seeing someone in trouble.
and the guy is generally worried about his sister.
I just have a bad feeling about all of this.
Of course we do. It's our job. Our job is a giant bad feeling about this.
My job is making things. My job is not this. This is not what I expected.
We'll have you back.
At least somebody does. What do you want, though?
What do I want?
Usually, it's when someone says they'll have your back, they want something.
Just make sure I don't get stabbed in the back.
I can do that. Shall we?
Sure. No, he's
Yes,
wait.
we'll head. We'll follow after Matthias and the rest of them and head to the room.
We're not very far up the stairs.
No, no, you're not.
Eventually, you guys all make your way up the stairs.
Eventually.
Eventually.
One day, I'm
3
going
hours
to.
later.
I'm gonna make a spell that makes my tail useful, so I could like hoist him up. Like,
So So at the top of the stairs, Edric starts to stumble toward his room, which I'm just gonna assume is not very far from the top of the stairs.
No, it's not far.
Um,
There's only 3 guest rooms up here.
So he goes to his room and realizes that he doesn't have the key. Which one of you guys has the key?
I got the key. It's all good. I'll sort of open the door so he can go in and find a place to flop.
Flop.
Thank you.
Once he's down safely, I will give Lily the key. I say, I got a weird vibe about this place. Don't open the door unless you're sure you know who's on the other side. If anything strange happens
Should we have a
before
code?
dawn,
Hume one.
The code word is
Don't tell me your real name. Just tell me it's Thorn, and then I'll know that you're fucking with me.
Now, wait. Is it human or human? Those are 2 very different words.
Yeah, well, we can't really go with the Ferengi interpretation, I guess. That doesn't work.
How about just knock 3 times, and then a pause, and 2 times, and then a pause, and then 1 time.
Sure.
Sure, yes.
Got it.
And anything at the window, don't open the window. We're on the
Well-
second floor. It can't be good.
I appreciate your concern, but thanks for the obvious.
You're welcome. Be safe. No.
You too.
Pass her the key and head to the bachelor quarters.
All right.
More than a few times, I've entered a room by the window, and well, just leaving it at that.
and that's
those were
why
never
there's
good,
nothing
were
good
they?
times.
Many times and good times, not the same thing. I'll let them know about the secret knock if they need to go over there before.
Awesome. So you guys do get sleep. You sleep peacefully through the night. Nothing bothers you, other than what may be personally bothering you guys.
So this
Well,
is a
where do we
long
start?
rest.
Yes.
Angst.
Go ahead and
Thanks.
take a long rest. Is there anything you guys are doing or thinking about in the night that you want to talk about before we move on?
I'm definitely thinking about my sister.
Edric is out like a light with Lancelot cuddling him with the ham bone. However, as he is tossing and turning in the middle of the night, his hat that he fell asleep on the bed with has fallen to the floor, revealing his face.
Dun dun dun.
Lily, you will see his face at that point, and you do notice he has this sort of bone ridge. It's very chitinous and almost insect-like on the right side of his face. That reveals sort of like his face, his cheekbones, his teeth.
Do I recognize any of that? Like what it would be, the race, or any of that stuff?
Roll a medicine check.
Huh? I didn't know all this. This is amazing to me because I I think I've read everything, and then I hear things like roll a medicine check, and I'm like, there's a check for that?
There's
Like
a check
there's an
for
answer.
everything.
Something I have a +0 in, so let's see how that goes.
Usually the checks are in the mail.
Thank you.
Hey, Godless
Um,
Lawyer's in the chat. He's not pleased by all these puns that are not his.
So with a 17, you have seen people in your realm that have these kinds of abnormalities. You're not sure what it means. It's probably something he's lived with his entire life.
Yes, that I could go through and see if I have anything in one of my, I don't know what books I have with me. I guess that's actually something that has to be specified.
For the
I
most
have-
part.
I don't. Okay. Do I have? Let's see. Do I have a book with me that would tell me any of this stuff?
You kind of look in your bag and you notice all the books from the death house are gone.
What?
No. My spell book too.
The spell book is still there,
Okay. Oh, the
but
book.
any books you took out of the library are gone.
Oh, okay. Well, I probably get distracted with that and go, where did that book go? Ah!
Start digging through your bag.
No longer caring about this maimed man next to me. My books.
What about everybody else? Is there anything you guys are mulling over or thinking about before we move on?
So when we get in there to the room, I will turn to Matthias and Tristan again and say, so are we considering this? Is this something we're doing?
I am.
I think we should. I mean, if it denies this vampire lord what he wants, then that's to everybody's benefit. Although the whole thing reeks. I mean, it's a 2-day journey, so we'll be out there in the wilderness at night. Like the burgomaster, I don't know if you caught him talking about how this devil brings mice here to play with.
Yeah, I made mention of the fact that
we'd be out in the wilderness at night with his his favorite snack. There's all kind of ways this can go wrong.
Well, there is that Vistani camp on the way, at the very least. There's
that we can trust the Vistani either.
I wasn't saying we could trust them. I'm just saying more people means potential more protection.
Unless they're also pawns of this vampire lord.
I don't know. I kind of remember that story that's sticking in my head for some reason. The one from around the campfire before we all ended up on that crossroads. I get the sense there's something about the Vistani in this Strahd. The two are connected in some way, probably. I just don't know how.
Tyrion, please take a point of inspiration.
The Fates are playing games again.
When don't they?
I made a joke about this on Twitter today about how players can't take foreshadowing as proficiency, but sometimes you roll high just naturally.
Maybe I should get a Twitter.
Yeah, 5 ranks in trope sense.
Are there just like cots or bunk? Is there any furniture in the room? Is there a chair?
Yeah, there's a chair.
All right. Can I sort of wedge the chair under the door knob to sort of make it difficult for anyone to get in quietly?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do that.
You wedge the door up in there.
Yeah.
I'm not fond of the idea of running around in the woods knowing that a vampire is looking for someone that's with us, but I'm also not the fan of a poor village being harassed and threatened by a vampire. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, at the very least, we should spend some time looking to see if there's anything in this town we can utilize before we leave. If this is what we're gonna do. Maybe some supplies or something. I don't know about you, but I didn't have all that much on me when we got here.
Could use another shirt. I keep going through them.
Let me see it.
Pulls out the blood-soaked, shredded shirt.
Let's see here. Yeah. I cast mending on it.
It becomes a perfect, immaculate, clean shirt.
Throw it back at him.
You are my new favorite friend.
I'm not doing this every time you lose a shirt.
Fair enough.
I wish I could hear this from the other room and laugh out loud. Ha, 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 ha. I'm not asleep yet because
it's not like Tristan's going to be half naked most of the time anyway, right?
I mean, he does tend to be in those like romance novel hero type of situations where he gets his shirt slashed.
But just enough to reveal the abs.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm just wondering where the wind's coming from that's flipping his hair up.
Unseen servant. I mean,
I'm just imagining an unseen servant that has like a towel or a fan who's just like,
The best use of one ever.
I don't do that.
yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Hmm.
I'm not asleep because Beetlejaw is snoring very loudly through his. I'm looking through my new book of spells to see if I have anything to shut him up.
What's this one? Fireball.
Let's try it.
That'll shut the whole tavern up. All right. So yes, the evening passes rather uneventfully. You guys wake up. As you guys are sort of looking out the window, you notice that it hasn't gotten that much brighter outside. You can tell it is daytime, but there's just sort of this constant overcast sky, and the sun almost feels like it's trying to claw its way to the ground, but it doesn't quite cut through.
So it's Ohio.
Right?
Only in the winter.
Wow.
Man.
You guys all kind of wake up. Edric, I would like for you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Lightweight.
Constitution saving throw. What's the significance of that?
We're finding out how hungover he is.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Edric, you are fairly hungover.
Oh.
Doinks, yo.
Edric groggily stands up and like looks at Lily, who is like probably also groggy, and just immediately turns his right and just upchucks over the floor.
Mm. I have no help for you.
Lancelot starts looking it up.
I was waiting for that.
Edric grabs his hat, and messily like puts it on his head, and looks at Lily and says, "What happened? Why are we here?"
Have you never drank before?
Drink. I have, of course, consumed liquids before. I don't understand what you mean.
Alcohol, things that inebriation, intoxication.
What
Poison.
is alcohol?
Poison.
No, it's a gift from the gods. What are you talking about?
Well, I guess you found out. You drank a pretty drink really fast. It makes your head hurt. And you snore. Also, what happened to your face?
Also.
So,
Subtle.
do you have another also for me?
Segue.
In his hungover stupor, can't even begin to comprehend all the words that just came out of her mouth. And he just kind of puts one gangly finger up and runs out the door to find the nearest outhouse.
Nice.
She
Edric, as you run down the stairs to run outside for the outhouse, you do notice that Arik is in the same position you guys left him in, and he is cleaning the glasses from the right to the left now.
Arik is the barkeep.
Yes.
No. What was the guy's name?
Ismark.
Ismark. Oh, sorry. Okay.
The lesser.
The
So-
lesser.
I noticed this as I'm like running out.
Yeah.
So
And,
as he's like kind of like running for the door, he kind of like catches himself and is able to like kind of sort of stabilize himself to keep from yanking, and kind of peers at the barkeep and approaches him. Barkeep, you were polishing all these same glasses last night. I'm sure that they must be clean.
Are you hungry?
No, I am Edric.
Aww.
I'm Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Lily's kind of behind you on the stairs. You need food. But I look at the barkeep and go, yeah, but like, are you okay?
you hungry?
Edric realizes that the barkeep is offering him nourishment. And looks at Lily and says, I could consume. Lily, do you care to join me?
I mean, yeah, I didn't get much sleep, but I am hungry again. Where is that? Wait, we have to get everyone else.
Oh, they'll join us soon.
Yeah, fair. I guess I rudely woke up Tristan Tyrion last time, so let him sleep.
Arik says, are your friends hungry too?
They will be, but are you hungry? Have you left?
There's no recognition of your question in his eyes. He just turns around and walks back into the kitchen to start preparing the food.
There are so many things in this village that I do not understand.
That's a strange thing regardless. I'm gonna need you to sober up and help me figure out what this guy's about.
What is sobering up?
Bouncing.
The fun part.
Oh, where
The
are
worst
the other
part.
guys in this group?
You guys can come downstairs at this point if
Okay.
you would like.
Why, yes.
Tristan comes bouncing down the stairs, and does he see how hungover our buddy is?
He does.
He's
I walk-
even more pale than usual.
do it. Whatever you're thinking about doing, do
I
it.
walk over,
Drum solo.
slap him on the back. Morning. How you feeling?
He just immediately like upchucks all over his feet.
Ah.
Ooh.
Especially with your super hearing. Oh, that's gotta be so loud.
Oh, I'm sure.
Can I give him something? What do I have? I have to have something. Cure the dead. Done.
Spare the dying.
You said this is poison coursing through me.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, who
I
would
get used to it.
poison me?
You
Who would
poisoned
poison me?
yourself.
Ugh. I'm never indulging in this alcohol ever again.
Yeah.
Sure you are.
Aw,
You can really
welcome
get cured for
to
that?
it.
More alcohol.
No more alcohol.
No,
Um,
do not give that to him.
Arik comes back with 5 plates of eggs and bacon. And he puts that down and he picks up a few pieces of bread that he slices and he puts them in this sort of wrought iron machine, or it's like a fire poker with a shovel on the end. He puts that in there and he walks over to the fire and he starts toasting bread for you guys.
You mean a pie iron?
Yes.
Sure.
And you guys have a nice breakfast. You sorted out what sort of planning you guys looking to do while you're here.
So
I guess just discuss with the rest of the group what
Yeah.
the three of us discussed last night about whether or not we should do this.
Yes, Edric, real quick, do you remember the plans from last night at all?
All I remember is a story about a girl who's been bitten twice by a vampire, and that we were going to discuss helping her, but I don't remember much past that.
Well, good for you. You're fine.
And make sure I get a huge tankard of water for our paladin friend.
he'll need it.
This is why wingmen are much better than wingwomen sometimes.
Water. This I am familiar with. I would really appreciate some water.
Arik will pour water into a tankard for you.
He gulps it down.
So we think that it's a good idea to help this Burgermeister out.
I think I agree with you, but can we possibly kind of traverse around the village first to see if we can find some supplies?
I was hoping that would be the case.
Great. I'm glad we agree.
Did he talk about like what we get from this?
No, we didn't discuss terms.
We get a woman who isn't killed by a vampire is what we get.
I like you.
I try.
I give my
Um,
last piece of bacon to Lancelot.
Oh, he takes it happily.
What if I was a vegetarian tiefling?
Your canines would have nothing to do.
Arik has no recognition of that question. He's just cleaning his glasses.
I think something's really wrong with him, guys.
I think there's a lot wrong with this whole place.
Is this not what humans usually do?
He's a little.
Yeah, something strange is
I
going
don't
on.
think he's well. I think he's. I think he does.
Well,
I don't think it's anything malicious. I just think he's not. Life has dealt him a short hand and a tough life.
So if we look at the barkeep, can we notice anything like unusual about his appearance for a normal human?
Give me an insight check. Physically, I mean, he looks like a person. Looking sort of in his eyes as he's going about his tasks and sort of the way he moves around, you can tell that there's no spark of joy or creativity or imagination or anything beyond basic motor functions inside this man.
Can we tell if there is like, if he's like warm blooded or not, like producing body heat?
Yeah, he is producing body heat, and he is, for all intents and purposes, he is a man, but there's just something different in his mind.
What is a man?
okay, so either I guess we can ask him again, or we can just down this food, get out of here, go find supplies. Or is this where we're meeting?
This is where we're meeting Ismark.
Yeah, I'm sure the Burgermeister will show back up. But in the meantime, I mean, this inn is on the village square, is it not?
It is.
So I'm sure that any of the other shops and the like that the village might have would be close by. They usually are right near the village square.
Yeah.
And if we're dealing with a vampire, maybe a trip to the church would not be unheard of.
No, I can't go in there.
I'd be a little wary about that. I mean, this duchy is ruled by a vampire. I'm not sure how holy the churches would end up being.
Yeah, but shouldn't you sense that if we get too close?
That's a fair question. I think we have enough components between all of us that we should be able to at least tell if there's something going on.
Yeah, I think between the warlock, the cleric, and the paladin, you guys could probably know what's going on.
Probably. Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at the components of my spell.
No worries.
To know what I need to buy in the market.
That is why I saw the word component. I knew I read that somewhere.
Do you want me to wait here at the inn for Ismar? And if you leave to go shopping or whatever, pair up. Don't be by yourself in town.
No, why don't we ask? What's the barkeep's name again?
Arik.
Arik. If our friend comes in, Ismark, can you tell him that we'll be back?
Yes.
See, now we don't have to split up.
It's also possible he'll see us out in the square if he's on his way
Well,
here.
for instance, Lily, I assumed you didn't want to go into the church.
That was a joke.
Give him some side eye for that comment.
Smack him with your tail for that comment.
Yes. How close is to me? How close is he?
I think you guys are all relatively, sitting at the bar together.
Yeah.
Okay. I graze his shoulder with my tail. I'm trying to hit him.
Just trying to be sensitive to your
figure. My figure. These horns. Are you speaking of those?
You questioned you bolt at going into the church.
It's fine. Let's go.
Okay.
Check your privilege, Matthias. Gosh.
Wow.
All right. Are you guys all going to go shopping then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or are you splitting up?
Shopping.
We're all going shopping. We're not going to split up.
Let's go to the mall.
How are you doing, Edric? More water?
After a couple glasses of water, Edric's feeling relatively back to normal, just kind of mildly irritated, as per usual.
All right. So you guys head across the village square, and you do find a shop. There's a sign over the door, crinking on its hinges, that reads "Bill Drath's Mercantile," and it's kind of a low, squat building with heavy drawn curtains over the windows.
You say Bill Drat?
Bill Drath.
Oh, Bill Drath.
I'll spell it in.
Not to be confused with Bilge Rats. Okay.
Right.
Want to make sure.
I'm gonna spell it into chat for the people playing at home.
And for the people who don't understand fantasy language.
Well, you guys are at home too.
Fantasy naming conventions.
I'll be honest, there should be some sort of class just on how to pronounce fantasy words.
You can always cheat, put them in a word, and use the read out loud mode.
Right.
I've never done that all the time.
So you guys open the door to this shop, and a little bell rings, and this sort of large man in a brown leather apron comes waltzing up to the door, and he says, Uncle, we have guests. Welcome to Bill Drath's Mercantile. My name's Periwimple."
Aw.
Of course it is.
He says, "How can I help you today?"
Can you show us your wares?
"I could show you my theirs." And he kind of points at all the shelves in the room.
I don't get it.
That's one either.
And you guys hear this voice in the back, kind of gruff. Say, "Periwimple, leave them alone." And this man steps up behind the counter and he says, "I'm Bill Drath. Don't mind my nephew here. He's a bit friendly for his own good. Not used to seeing strangers here in my establishment. What can I do you for?"
But we would like to see what items you may have for sale.
I think we're about to go on a journey and could use some supplies.
"Journey, where are you heading?"
Not sure just yet.
"Well, I do have just about everything that strangers would need to go on an adventure of some sort through this valley." He says, "I have everything in the player's handbook that's less than 25 gold pieces."
It just deadpan voice, no longer the mercantile voice, it's deadpan.
But you guys notice his price tags are about 10 times more what the items are worth.
10 times?
Mm-hmm.
He's making up for foot traffic. We'll have to wait for the Black Friday sales.
How much do we have? Matthias?
Well, we don't have a lot of cash, but we have a number of items that hold some value. Of course, that will require bartering.
So, one, I think I can help with that. Two, my question is for Alex, and how was I phrasing? Although I didn't know anything about the 2 bites, do I know what I need to fight a vampire, or like?
You can roll another Arcana check for me.
Man, this game is so tense. Why even give yourself stats? I tell you.
So you can make the rolls.
That's it. That's all. That's all
Yep.
there is. This is the part I was dreaming about. I'm telling you, just roll for it. But I just want to. Never mind.
This is just to see if what you know is true or if what you know is, fairy tales.
Apparently.
With a 23, you know that vampires can be killed by driving a stake through their heart and cutting off their heads. You know that being submerged in running water is like acid for them. You know that they are highly susceptible to sunlight and will burst into flames if exposed to direct sunlight. and that they cannot enter any home that they have not been invited into.
So I know I can at least ask for what was it that's like poisoned acid?
Running water.
Running. Oh. Well, then
Uh,
this
holy
shop
water. Holy water isn't good for them either, though.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask for something from the shop that would be specific, but
Wooden stakes. We're putting up tents, of course.
Oh, obviously.
And as a side note, a wooden stake through most anything's heart will probably kill them.
So,
And cutting their heads off.
Just
okay, well, never mind. If we're bartering, we might be able to help, but
Do you guys want to take our break now and then have you guys look through the player's handbook while you guys got 5 minutes to sort of figure out what you guys want?
Might not be a
Yes.
bad idea.
yes.
Because I'd rather do the shopping off camera just for the sake of time.
Perfect.
You got it.
Yes. Very good.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead. We'll take our break real quick. The keyword for the giveaway tonight is going to be Leafwing.
Awesome.
I was going to say Hangover, but Leafwing is way better. So go ahead, enter in the keyword. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for sticking it out with us tonight. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with us tonight. We'll have the giveaway results in just a second when the robot picks somebody, because we all belong to the robot overlords now.
But it's the Moobot.
It's the Moobot.
Huh.
I hope everybody's having a nice Monday night hanging out here on a chilly October here in Ohio.
It's not October anymore, Alex.
November. How is it not October anymore?
It is indeed chilly.
It's
It
always
ended on
October
Thursday.
if you believe.
That's only all. Yeah.
All right. Gary A. Nelson has been drawn for the giveaway. So congratulations. Stick around till the end of the session to give us your information, or join us over in Discord, and we'll make sure you get your dice.
Can't believe Blake.
Yay. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
All right. So while we were away, I discussed with the group what we're going to do, so you guys don't have to watch us shop for food and arrows and other accoutrements.
That's the best part. What do you mean?
Shopping montage.
We're going to do a
Fun.
shopping montage. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have Lily roll a deception check with advantage because of Tyrion's guild membership and his appraising eye to see if they can lower Bildrat's prices any. The results of that roll will determine how much money they get for the stuff that they're pawning, and what his rate goes down to. He had a red hot 13.
Oh boy.
So yeah, Bildrath will. What was the exact total for the stuff that you're selling, Matthias? Welcome to D&D, where we do math for fun.
130 total. If we could if he's willing to barter for that much.
He will. Is that without the jewelry box?
That's without the jewelry box, and it's only one of the 3 gold rings.
Okay, so
That's
100.
It's the eye
30, you said?
patch. Yeah, it's the eye patch, the hairbrush, and one of the 3 agates and one of the gold rings.
He tells you that he is willing. Whoops, that's not right. Missed a decimal point there. He's willing to give you 115 gold pieces for the lot.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good, actually.
And he is willing to sell you items at a rate of 6 times the posted
Oof.
value
Instead of 10.
Instead of
Dang.
10.
You're so welcome.
So make a note of that.
All right.
The heroes are going to do their shopping between sessions, and we'll do an inventory rundown at the beginning of the next session.
Can I try to ask the guy if he wouldn't mind donating any of the items to the Order of the Church? Persuasion check.
You can make one. It's going to be a disadvantage, though.
Yikes. Okay.
I always enjoy it at conventions when people want to spend time shopping. We're only here for 4 hours, and this game is over. No shopping.
Oh,
He actively laughs in your face when you ask for a donation.
This is rude.
He's like, "What do you think I'm running here? If you want, if you guys want to shop somewhere else, you can look around the village, but I'm the only shop in town."
I pat Edric on the back. It's okay.
that makes so much sense.
Not-
Periwinkle will walk up and he kind of reaches into his pouch and he hands you 10 copper pieces.
Aw.
He says, "Give this to
Aw.
the church for me. Tell Father Donovich I say hi."
Aw.
Edric takes the 10 copper pieces and says, "Thank you, Periwinkle."
"You're a good man, I can tell. I know the good ones when I see them." And he kind of pokes himself in the head a little too hard.
This freezes Edric in shock. This is nothing he's ever heard before, and he's speechless. And he kind of turns and nods and exits the store.
"I like them, Uncle."
Lily cries. I'm kidding.
And you guys emerge after some time from the store with your freshly gained belongings. And Bildrath will store them here for you until you guys are ready to leave.
Okay.
At the bag check. Around that time, as you guys are exiting the store, Ismark does return. And he sees you guys. He says, "Oh, friends, welcome. I hope you had a nice night at the tavern."
It was uneventful, which is all we dared hope for.
Edric looks down in shame.
It says you.
Well, I am glad that it was uneventful. It was a quiet night at the manor as well.
Good to hear.
Would you care to accompany me?
I think we can do that.
Where to?
Right this way. And he'll kind of turn around, and his cape kind of falls heavy behind him as he turns around. You notice he's wearing armor and he's carrying a sword today.
Huh.
He will kind of look back and he'll say, "There is one small thing my sister has requested before she will depart with anyone.
And that would be.
She would see my father buried."
Is that happening today?
"Yes, I have made the arrangements.
Go with the capital.
This is kind of embarrassing, but would any of you be willing to assist me as pallbearers? No one in the village is willing to come to the house."
I will.
I will as well.
I will assist as well.
Well, I might as well join in too.
"Thank you. I appreciate your kindness, strangers. It is not something that happens frequently in Barovia. I see you met Bildrath.
And his outrageous prices, that stuff in the shop is barely worth what he should be selling it for.
He's he has an attitude of well, he thinks where else are you going to shop if not with him?
Well, that's what happens when there's no competition.
There is one other shop that is open occasionally, but it's not open right now. The owner is in Valakai.
Where's that?
It's the village in the middle of the valley.
Kind
He's a
of
good
shop-
man. His name is Vasily von Holtz.
What kind of shop does he run?
It's a vending house. He carries all kinds of general goods.
Hmm.
He keeps one here in Barovia, and he has one in the village of Valakai and the one in the far village in Kresk on the other side of the valley.
Hmm.
He travels from village to village, I think seasonally.
What season are we in now?
This is autumn.
Hmm.
Although there's always a cold chill in the air through Barovia. It's going into winter.
Joy.
And as you guys are kind of making your way down the streets, you do notice there are some people out and about now, but everybody is kind of just like clutching their children close and like getting away from you guys as you and Ismark come walking down the street. Everybody just has this sort of distrustful glance that they're shooting you guys as you make your way. There's just very cold people in simple, common clothes. You guys do eventually make your way to the manor, and it's a weary-looking mansion that squats behind a rusting iron fence, and the iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate is cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind, and the stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself, yet against the walls the growth has been tramped down to create a path all around. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls, and great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains. He says, "This is my home. I apologize for the dismal state of repair it is in."
If it's under constant attack, I suppose it's warranted.
It's not haunted, is it? It's not going to try to kill us if we go in there.
No, it is not like the death house was.
You
Wait,
know of the
How do you know
house?
about the death house?
The death house was in my village until yesterday when you destroyed it.
We didn't do anything. It's those ghost children. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Continue.
And he'll lead you guys right up to the front door, and he knocks a couple of times.
Okay, just to recap, when we got to the death house, there wasn't any other buildings around. It wasn't part of a village, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and there was like a ominous presence of a thing.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't misremembering that.
You are not
Yep.
misremembering that.
Okay.
We're just not going to talk about it, apparently. It's fine.
You guys are more than welcome to ask Vasily about it, or Ismark about it if you want.
Wow. Okay, cool.
And Ismark knocks a couple of times, and you hear a woman's voice behind the door say, "Who is it?"
You have to knock at your own house?
We have taken to barring the doors to keep monsters outside.
Ah,
Irina Desai, it's Ismark. And she, you guys hear the unbolting of a lot of deadbolts and the moving of a lot of boards. And the door creaks open, and you guys see a stunningly beautiful woman with auburn hair wearing an ill-fitting breastplate with a sword drawn in her, a sword sheath at her side. And she looks like this.
Hello.
She says, Ismark, who are these outsiders you have brought here to us? He says, my sister, these are the outsiders they told you about, the strangers. They have come to take you to Valakai. She says, I'm not going anywhere until father is buried.
We've agreed to that.
She kind of looks at all of you guys, and you can tell she's sort of sizing you up. As you guys are looking around this entranceway, the interior of the mansion's well furnished, but the fixtures show signs of great wear. All of the windows are boarded up, and there are holy symbols hanging in every room. They're sort of these sun disk holy symbols.
Any holy symbol that paladin or cleric would know?
Edric, you do recognize the holy symbol of the Morning Lord. That's a deity who's worshipped in the demiplane of Dread. He's a sun god.
Is that a rival to mine?
They would be allied. They'd be allied together.
Okay. Got it.
You guys also notice that the burgomaster, the former one, is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Do we know how he died?
Ismark said it was his heart gave out.
Because there was a stake in it. I was kidding.
Not yet, but...
Now there is.
And Irina says, well, let's get on with it then. We're running out of morning.
Indeed.
Agreed.
Ha ha. Double entendre.
She kind of shoots you a dirty look.
That wasn't in character.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it should have been.
No. Tyrion is not that rude.
And she kind of brushes past you guys out onto the causeway.
So go over to the coffin and take up a position for hoisting the coffin into the air with the others.
And Ismark will take his place, and you guys all sort of lift him up and head on up to the church, which is just outside town. As you guys make your way back through town carrying the body, people are actively going inside at this point and closing their doors. And you can hear locks locking.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can hear any dialogue happening behind those locked doors?
Sure.
Ismark, it seems like the people don't like you or your family.
I think that my sister is bad luck.
And 23.
With a 23, you can just hear a general shh, everybody be quiet. Stay close to me. Don't let the devil catch you.
Ismark. Irina, what you said her name was?
Yes.
Does every woman in the town look like you?
Irina looks back at you and she says, no, I'm the only woman in town that looks like me.
By that I mean, I've heard that the devil has a special interest in you. Would you say that the other women are appealing?
I don't know what the devil wants. And I don't remember much of our encounters, just his eyes, those hungry eyes. And you could tell that she's having her head is hurting remembering this. She's in visible discomfort.
Well, I apologize to her for bringing it up. No, it doesn't matter right now.
And she says, Ismark will offer that, well, the redheads are considered to be bad luck in Barovia.
Is she the only redhead?
Huh.
And he kind of looks at Tristan.
Wait, I have red hair. Hold on.
And Lily. Um, and Ismark will say red hair is it's an uncommon thing in Barovia. Most people have dark hair and dark eyes.
Coming where I come from as well.
That's pretty common in my race.
Lily,
So-
what did you mean by appealing?
I guess I don't even know if I'm allowed to. I don't know what I know about vampires. I'm assuming Lily. No, I'm just going off of like what fantasy lore is. That anyway. Rewind. That was sort of like a not in character moment because it's kind of confusing, I guess. But what I was getting at was I was wondering if that this devil character is interested in her because she would be like among the more beautiful people in the town, sort of thing.
Dude.
Because as far
Beautiful. Like
as far as-
visually appealing.
as far as humans go, yes, I'm aware. But vampires tend to be attracted to those that are pretty for reasons I don't know, but
Yeah, it's not a bad question.
Yeah.
It could be that.
I was role playing off what she said.
Mm.
I wasn't trying to clarify.
Yeah.
And also because she reminds me of my sister, I would like to know these things.
So, atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft, as you look up, you can see the castle above you. Stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. And this church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. You guys approach, and you notice that the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall itself is unlit and reeks of mildew. There are 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, that lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the floor.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
And the scream just sort of rings out through the church and says, "Father! Father, please! I'm starving!"
Is this normal?
It is normal. Don't pay attention to it.
I ask, no one stops.
Rapier and dagger are drawn.
But we're
Um,
carrying something, aren't we?
I'm
We're
not.
carrying.
Tristan's not.
Oh, I see.
Ismark looks at you and he says, that is the priest's son.
His son?
He ran off with the wizard when he came to town, and when he came back, he was a vampire.
Just casually have vampires running around.
Father Donovich won't let us go down there and put him out of his misery.
Oh, so he's
He-
underneath us. Like we don't actually see him.
No, he's in the cellar downstairs.
Oh, okay.
This is Father Donovich ahead of us.
Yes, Father Donovich. To give you guys a bigger picture, he looks like this, and he's kind of hidden behind the altar, knelt down, just praying. He's holding a holy symbol in his hand, and he's just knelt down, just praying, rocking back and forth.
Are we still carrying a casket?
Yes.
Do we proceed further in?
Yeah, is there a place to put it?
He'll have you put it down in front of the altar,
Okay.
and Donovich will rise, and he will look at Ismark, and he will say, "You were supposed to be here at dawn." Ismark says that we had trouble finding anybody who would help carry the casket, but we are here now. And you guys hear the screaming again. Father, please, Father, Father, feed me.
Lancelot, okay?
Lancelot does not look happy about this. And he kind of looks at the group and he says, are you the witnesses for this funeral?
Yes.
Then let us get it done. And he'll stand up and he genuflects and he dips into the holy water and he sprinkles all of you and he sprinkles the casket. And he will lead you guys out the back door into the graveyard.
This deity is a ally of mine. Would that give me some kind of inspiration or anything?
You would know how to act at a funeral for this particular deity.
Okay.
And he will lead you outside to the graveyard.
Lovely.
Oh, and I should assign your tokens to your guys' characters.
Oh boy.
You said the deity had a whole sun motif thing going on.
Yep. Tyrion, it looks vaguely reminiscent of Lathander,
Okay.
but like a proto version.
Mm.
And you guys are free to array yourselves however you would like to for the funeral. That's how the NPCs are going to do it. That's
So-
the coffin for the burgomaster.
And we
I'll
don't
move-
have it anymore then.
I'll move next to Father Donovich, and as their people are getting into place, I will give him the 10 copper donation.
Thank you, my son.
Make sure to move Lancelot next to Edric.
I should probably
Yeah.
give Edric control of Lancelot.
Yeah, that would help.
So your procession funnels out of the battle-scarred doors of the small church, the coffin of Burgomaster Kolyan and Dirovich on the shoulders of those who volunteered to pallbear. Donovich follows behind, swinging pungent incense from the censer he carries, and the pale, sickly glow of the dawn creeps through the slate-gray clouds as thick raindrops begin to fall, slowly at first. As you set the coffin in the grave, the rain swells to a downpour, and Ismark kneels by his father and places a steady hand against the lid. He grips his longsword tight and prays quietly to himself. Donovich wipes the water from his face and exhales a ragged breath. Morning, Lord. We beseech you, deliver your child's soul far from this wicked place, and let the sun shine on him again. Bear him into the halls of dawn, and let Kolyan know only rest and contentment. In your name we pray. Thunder answers Donovich's prayer. The ground rumbles and rolls. Several of the graves around you shake, and arms erupt from the earth. Zombies with peeling gray-green flesh tear themselves to the surface and move to attack. The lid of the Burgomaster's handmade coffin explodes, and the Burgomaster puts one clawed hand on the coffin's lip. His desiccated, shaking head lurches from the dark. He regards Ismark with supernatural hatred and throws himself forward to attack. Roll for initiative.
Ah.
Can you repeat that last little section before roll initiative?
Yeah. The lid of the Burgomaster's handmade coffin explodes, and the Burgomaster puts one clawed hand on the coffin's lip. His desiccated, shaking head lurches from the dark. He regards Ismark with supernatural hatred and throws himself forward to attack. Roll for
Got
initiative.
it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I gotta
Oh,
get
I
this.
didn't select my token.
I will
I
be
failed.
back in 2 seconds since I
Okay.
rolled so lovely. Anyway, I'm not going to go first.
I can add a turn for Beetlejaw.
You may need to put.
Wait, did mine not go through?
Yeah, you didn't have your token selected, most likely.
think I did.
Ooh, so
It's
you have to,
okay.
like-
I can add it in manually.
Okay, I got a 5, so or 2, I think. I don't know.
You got a 5. You're good.
Okay, thanks.
How many zombies were there again? Let me go double check.
Too many.
Ah, zombies.
None of our clerics or priesty types are sun god worshippers, are there?
Donovich is a sun god worshiper.
He's not a PC though.
He is not a PC. All right, let me roll some initiatives real quick.
Two.
Who's Tokenite? Okay, I was trying to figure out who's Tokenite selected.
That's a whole lot of zombies.
I'm taking one zombie over here in these bushes, but he's not a real zombie. He's just the initiative zombie.
Initiative zombie.
Are you a real zombie? No, I'm an initiative zombie. Are you real boy?
So many initiatives. Okay. Descending order.
Swarm of bats with those things in the top left corner.
They are.
Spoiler alert.
Matthias, you are up first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Zombie Daddy seems to be the most immediate threat to the current burgomaster and his sister. So
And it's funny that you mentioned that. I'm going to want you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
that's rude.
So one is the Burgermeister, the other one's the Meisterburger. You keep them quiet.
Burgermeister. Oh, you're absolutely
Get
fine.
going. Get going.
Once again, the stench of the undead is not something that pluses the wrought iron stomach of
Right.
Matthias.
Man, you've
Now,
smelled.
because his own stench is that bad?
Hey. Smell of 1,000 battlefields, man. What's a corpse or two, right? All right. So I will unsheath my long sword and hack at Big Daddy Zombie here.
Roll to hit.
Don't fail me now. 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. It looks like 9.
Ow. Is your sword magical?
No, it's not.
Good to know.
At least not yet.
So you slice in and you feel your sword. It has a lot more resistance than you were expecting from him. It looks like he is made of something sterner.
Then dead stuff? Oh, that's disconcerting.
And he's going to take one of his legendary actions. And he raises his hands and he says, "Shamble forth." The zombies will take a move action as part of his legendary action.
Hey. Isn't it a little early for legendary actions?
Oh, dog brains.
Oh,
Oh,
look what they've done. Look what they've
Lord.
done. They've attacked the dog.
1, 2, 3. All right. So that's his legendary action. Turn order. Irina is up next. She's going to draw her rapier.
Thought she had a longsword.
Yeah, that looks like a broadsword, man.
Yeah, her stat block has a rapier. Her art does not.
Shenanigans.
Not
I
good.
call shenanigans. Zombies have to roll with disadvantage. That's my vote.
Oh, that's your vote.
That's my vote.
She will stab the zombie beside her.
Which one is that?
Oh, I forgot to put colors on the zombies. Whoops.
Zombie.
Glad I'm not the only one who had that stuck in my head.
Yep.
It's in your head.
Yep.
Is it
course
wrong
that-
that I was hearing Ozzy Osbourne Zombie Stomp instead? No.
Nope. Nothing wrong with that.
I forgot that I can color the bad guys to make them specific. Thank you, Roll20, for being such a wonderful sponsor. All right, Irina is stabbing the red zombie. She gets a 13 to hit. For some reason, it didn't roll her damage automatically.
So which one did she hit, red or blue?
Red. She deals 8 points of damage to zombie red.
Got
And that is the end of Irina's turn. She draws her sword, she stabs through the zombie, and you can tell she's pissed.
Hmm.
The bats! Blah!
Bleh.
Blah, blah, blah. So
Blah, blah, blah.
just a veritable swarm, 2 swarms even, of bats
Oh,
come rolling down from the sky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. They're not going to move there. They're going to move like this.
one
They take a
swarm.
double move
Oh,
to
right.
opposite ends of your guys' sort of group. Edric.
With he's going to swing at. what's the wrong one?
Ground Burgermeister.
Oh man.
He's going to swing with the short sword at Royal Ugly Dude. I don't remember his name.
The
Ground
zombie
Burgermeister.
Burgermeister.
Zombie Burger Master. Yeah, Zombie Hamburger Master.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the silvered sword.
Eight's not going to hit. It just kind of swings into his body and just thuds against him. Are you going to take a move action?
No, I don't think so.
Donovich. Donovich is going to take the disengage action. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go hang out over there. Ismark draws his long sword, and he is going to turn to zombie yellow, and he's going to attack him.
He's not attacking Dad.
Oh, yeah, he is going to attack his dad. Just kidding. I forgot his dad was there. And he's going to attack his dad twice. And he's going to use his long sword in 2 hands. With a 10 and a 15, neither of those are going to work. I figured out why it wasn't working. Okay, cool. So he swings twice. He's you guys notice he's pretty good with this sword, but it's just not able to cut through his dad's preternaturally hard hide.
Ooh.
Fun.
Tristan.
I am going to attack Yellow Zombie. with my rapier and dagger. Since I have my dagger out,
A 13 does hit the zombie.
and I have my dagger out, so I can do that as a bonus action, right?
Yep.
$22. That's gonna be a hit.
Yes, it will be. And that's 3 more points of damage. Pop, pop.
Do that, and then I start humming. And as I do, I get side eye to our paladin, and I start singing out loud, "Let the sun shine in,"
Oh boy.
hoping he gets the hint. Turn undead.
You turning to the paladin for that?
Sorry, our cleric.
Whoever will listen, really.
Whoever will listen, yeah.
Oh, but because it's actually can't do that. Never mind. I'll do the two fighting.
Awesome. Are you going to move, or are you happy sticking it right there?
I'm sticking right next to the Burgermeister.
Cool. Tyrion.
Well, Tristan, you're lucky that was my plan. Tyrion grabs a hold of his amulet and basically shouts out to try to drive the zombies out as a projection of a shield, kind of encircles a 30-foot area as I turn undead. All of the zombies within 30 feet of me make a will save.
Ugh.
Heck
7
yeah.
zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the DC?
DC is 13.
So 5 of them run away.
Yep.
They run on their turn though, not on. Well, their turn's next.
Let me double check that. I believe that's the case though. Let's see here. The creature fails a saving throw at its turn for 1 minute or until it takes damage. It must spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can. And
Awesome.
It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet. It also can't take reactions. It can only use dash.
All right. So, are you going to make a move action, or are you happy right there?
I do want to stay right here. I don't want anything to befall anybody else.
Cool. The zombie burgomaster will take another legendary action to life drain on Ismark.
No, we can't have that.
It misses.
Good.
So zombies turned. The zombies are turned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get stuck on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stuck on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those 2 zombies were not affected by the turning.
Of course not.
That one's going to attack Tyrion.
Brains.
Braids. And he makes 2 attacks with his claws and 1 with his bite.
None of those hit.
All right, so the zombie kind of hurls itself at you, and it's just gnashing and screaming. The thick green drool is coming down onto your shield, but you're able to keep it at bay.
Yep. Shield up, just kind of pushing the shield up against its body to try to keep it from landing a blow on my person.
Nice. And then the one over by Matthias is going to attack Matthias. He only gets 1 hit for 4 points. So much the same. It just kind of launches itself gracelessly at you Matthias. It's gnawing on your arm at this point.
Ouch. Get off.
Lily, scratch.
Okay,
The zombies all run away from you.
excellent. So this is the point where I am double checking on how far away everything is from me. These squares represent 5 feet, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, I'm a genius. It's fine. So 10, 15. All right. So I want to Eldritch Blast the one. I have a plan because I'm getting sick of Eldritch Blast, so I have a plan for this. But I want to Eldritch Blast probably blue.
He's the one that's chewing on Matthias's collarbone at this moment.
Hey,
Yes,
wait a second. Went from arm to the collarbone, just like that.
Yep.
So I will hit my Eldritch Blast button for that one.
I think
One
he takes
second, Lily. Godless Lawyer is correct. Sorry about that. Matthias, you do get an attack of opportunity. Anybody who was standing beside the zombie when they left your square who's wielding a melee weapon is allowed to have an attack of opportunity.
If you do, if you do hit them, they're gonna stop and not be turned. Because as soon as they take damage, it ends. So you can choose to take it or not.
Well, it just takes all the fun out of it.
Well, it leaves us with 3 zombies and
What's
2 bats versus 7 zombies and 2 bats, or 8 zombies and 2 bats.
I'll let it pass.
All right, Lily, you're allowed to. You can go now.
Okay.
Matthias is necking with the zombie.
I was going to say the zombie probably takes after Gomez Adams. I mean, he works from the arm to the collarbone that quickly.
It's a little pencil mustache, I'll let you know.
Yep.
Okay, so I will do what I was doing. We'll see how it goes as soon as I find it, because I lost it. There it is. I can't actually see what I'm rolling, so until I get
You got a 20 to hit. And you do 1 point of
Excellent.
damage.
That's so awesome. Great. And then I guess, can I do a bonus action too? I don't
Yeah,
know
you can
how-
do
I
a
do-
bonus action.
Not know how far my hex curse goes. Hexblade curse. It does. I have 30 feet. Okay, we're good. I think. Let me double check that. To the red one.
Red zombie, or are you going to throw it on the boss?
Oh, I should throw it on the boss. Am I if I'm close enough? I can.
Yeah, you're only
Close to
10
it.
feet from him.
Red zombie.
I have so many screens open right now. I'm sorry. I keep getting like so
worries.
lost. Which one is the boss? Oh, the.
One right next to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's when I went to the bathroom. I missed that part. Okay, so yes, I would like to curse the boss.
Cool. You curse the Burgermaster.
Burgermaster.
Prior Burgermaster.
Prior one. He's got a little skull and crossbones now to symbolize your hex curse.
Okay, and I'm gonna read what that does again because there's no way I'm gonna remember this.
Cool. He's going to take his turn, unless you want to move.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
So, Zombie Kolyan. He's going to make 2 slam attacks. He's going to make a slam attack on Matthias and a slam attack on Ismark. So, first one on Matthias.
Yes.
14.
Yes.
Miss. And then the next one on Ismark.
Ooh.
React, shield, boom.
Ooh, that's enough to make it miss him. So you smack his shield out of the way. You smack his arm out of the way before it comes down on Matthias. And he's happy, or on Ismark, and he's happy staying right there. So he's not going to take a move action. Matthias, your turn.
All right. Well, it's time to get rid of this thing chewing on whatever it's chewing on.
My body area.
Yeah, he's working his way. It's not good. So Hassan chop. Haha, take that. On blue.
on blue. Yep, that'll do. Ow. And since it's a strawed zombie, you actually trigger one of its interesting abilities.
God.
33 minus. Yeah. All right. So since you dealt more than 5 points of slashing damage in one attack, I would like for you to roll a d20, please.
Okay.
What'd you get?
3.
One leg is severed from the zombie.
Okay, that's awkward.
Merely a flesh wound. Hop, 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 hop.
So the leg falls off, and the zombie kind of looks down at it, and it keeps trying to get to you.
Okay. Interesting.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Awesome. The boss is gonna use his legendary action this round, and he says, "Arise! Arise!"
He needs to stop that.
Yeah.
And another
seriously.
zombie emerges from the ground over here.
Zombies.
Zombie unmarked. Since he doesn't have a color.
Be periwinkle.
Periwinkle. I wish there was a periwinkle option. So that zombie emerges from the ground, rips its way through the soft mud, and comes, charging at the next closest person. Irina will follow up what Matthias is doing. She's going to stab Blue also. And I'm going to have her make she hit, but I need to have her make a Constitution saving throw because I forgot to have everybody except Matthias do that last round.
Do we all need to do it or just her?
Anybody who's within 30 feet of the boss, but not until the beginning of your turn. So she fails. You notice she starts like retching and trying not to throw up.
Yeah.
From the unfortunate smell of her father. But she still hits and does 7 points of damage to Zombie Blue. But she's using a piercing weapon, so she doesn't get the fun body parts being removed ability. The bats! Blah! This swarm of bats is going to come down and attack Edric. This swarm of bats is going to fly over and attack. Wait, let's see where they can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they'll use a dash action to get up against Tristan. So the blue bats attacking Edric. Edric, does a 14 hit your armor class?
No. 15
All right.
is what you need.
So you hold up your shield as this just rain of bats comes down and slams into the surface of it, trying to overpower you and bite you and scratch at you, but you're able to hold them at bay. Beetlejaw, your turn.
We will attempt to hit. Do I need to do that Constitution thing?
Yes, please.
Saving throw?
Yep, Constitution saving throw. You're okay. After your experience with the woman in the death house, you're used to the putrid smell of the undead.
Sweet. All right, he is going to use the silver sword again.
Is he using it on the boss?
Yes, and we're going to smite that.
Awesome. So he takes that much slashing damage. And then that Divine Smite's going to be 3d8 because he is undead. So I added a undead version of Divine Smite to your sheet that you can just click on so you get all 3d8 instead of having to add one.
Oh, nice. Let me see if I can find that.
It's just on your attack sheet underneath your short sword.
That's in parentheses because it's like blocked out.
Yeah, it should say Divine Smite, parentheses, you. All right, 14 points of radiant damage. You notice he did not like that, Edric. He did not like that one bit. What does your attack look like?
So he, since this is the silver short sword, some lightning, green lightning comes down and it hits the sword and like almost makes it like highlight, and he just rams it right into his chest.
And he kind of looks up at you, anger and fear in his eyes. Donovich is going to spend his turn cowering. Ismark is going to attack his father. Again, 2 hands on his longsword.
Tee.
Tee. 1 will hit. So he brings the sword down. You can just see there's tears streaming down his face as he's beating down the corpse of his father. Tristan.
With that, I kind of say at least loud enough for the Berman to hear me. I'm sorry, and let loose a cloud of daggers at his dad.
Nice. Oh, please give me a Constitution saving throw. Also, Tristan.
First. I knew there was
I'm gonna roll one for Ismark too because I forgot again. Dang it.
Oh!
So Ismark is poisoned.
So is
Tristan is poisoned. But Cloud of Daggers doesn't have an attack roll associated with it, so you could still hit him with it.
Welcome to a Cloud of Daggers.
So yeah, I think you just click on Cloud of Daggers, and I think if they start their turn in the cloud, they take damage. In a cube 5 feet on each side, a creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there. All right, so it deals 9 points of damage, and there is a cloud of daggers on top of Kolyan. What does that look like, Jonesy?
And basically, it looks like Tristan takes the dagger that was in his hand and does like a throwing motion, but he doesn't actually throw it. And a glowing kind of bluish white dagger flies over that area and then bursts into a whole cloud of them.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes.
Are you going to take a move action, or are you okay standing there?
I'm gonna stay here and cover the Burgermeister's back.
Okay. Awesome. Tyrion.
Constitution saving throw to start.
Yes, please.
There we go.
You're good.
I am good. All right, then I will. I will shield bash the red zombie. And did it disappear from my character sheet?
Oh, I don't think I re-added it. Whoops.
Oh, okay.
Let me go in and add it real quick. I knew I was missing something.
That's okay. Got to re-add it after every import since it's special. Good to go.
All right, there you go.
All right. Shield bash.
That will hit.
And then I get to shove it 5 feet. Or shove it prone, actually.
You want to shove it 5 feet or shove it prone?
I want to make it prone. It's got to stand up.
Great.
Yep. And then I will take a 5-foot step backwards.
He will swing at you, but he's got disadvantage because he's on the ground.
Yep, that 8 will miss.
Gurg, arg. All right, the zombies. Whoops, deleted the wrong zombie. So the other zombie, the zombies who returned are freely out of the battlefield at this round. Fleeing every which way. The unmarked zombie is going to charge Lily, and he's going to try and bite her. He makes 3
Yay.
attacks, 2 claw attacks, and 1 bite attack.
Oof.
All right, Lily, I got a 15, a 7, and a 20 to hit.
7 and 20. Well, the 15 and 20 hit.
All right, you take 7 points of damage
Okay.
as the zombie hurls himself at you.
Hmm.
Matthias, the zombie that's over by you, is going to keep trying to chew and claw on you.
1 hit.
1 hit for 6 points. So he gets another claw. And then Tristan, this one's going to crawl over towards you, and he's going to try to attack you from the ground.
Not Tristan, Tyrion.
Tyrion, sorry.
Wrong
Tyrion.
team.
Wrong T noise.
Ta-ta-ta. Now that'll miss. That will also miss. And so will that.
So the zombie comes crawling over to you, and you're able to keep it at bay with your foot just on its forehead, locking it in place as it's trying to get at you.
No, bad zombie. No eating me.
How evil dead of you.
Lily
Yes.
Scratch,
Lily Scott.
please make a Constitution saving throw.
If I must, I shall.
Welcome to the Hurl Club.
I'm sure I will. I just click on the Constitution, right? That's on like the far left of it.
Yep.
Thanks for knowing what all of that meant.
You're not hurling.
Yes.
You have had worse things in your library than this smell.
Like the smell of all of my burning books.
And all your burning friends.
Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of worse.
No, my books were my friends. The people
Oh.
were like. Okay, so I would like to do my green something. What is it called again? Green blades. Sorry. There, green flame blade. But to do that, I have to make a melee attack against probably the guy who's biting me.
Yeah, if you want to.
I just click on, I don't know what I click on with that for melee. Crossbow, dagger,
Sickle.
sickle. Okay.
What does your green blade do?
It does a thing that I would know. I need to get 2 computer screens. I would know if I had 2 computer screens. That I can tell you. I just read it. Where did you go? It's a cantrip. I can tell you that. There. So I must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within spell's range, otherwise it doesn't work. But on hit, the target suffers attack normal effects, and green fire leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet. Wait, no one else is in 5 feet. Hold
Nope.
on.
Nope, no other bad guys within 5 feet.
Well, never mind. I'll just use my sickle on him then. The one that's close to me.
Cool. Sickle him.
Da-da-da-da-da.
That will hit, and you do 4 points of damage.
Yay.
The unmarked zombie. Arrgh. What does your attack look like, Lily?
Isn't my sickle and my cursed blade, I believe?
It is. That's why you get your charisma modifier to your damage and your to hit.
Oh, okay. Well, so since my blade is magically enhanced or something like that, I reach out have my sickle kind of like on my side, grab it, and smash him right in the neck with it. And it's
Ugh.
kind of it's a little purple, glowy sparks. Kind of looks like whenever you're welding, sparks fly.
Nice.
Except those are black, not purple.
The zombie does not appreciate it. Are you going to
Nope.
move, or are you happy staying right there?
Oh, I'll stay right here.
Awesome. The Burgermaster zombie, the ground Burgermeister, is going to... he's going to make 2 attacks. Oh, he has to take damage from the cloud of daggers, though, because he's still in the area at the start of his turn.
you need to damage him.
Yes, please. Well, no, please, but yes, please.
9 points of damage for you, Mr. Ground Beef Burger.
Ow. God, why? So the daggers are still digging into him. He's going to take a step out of the daggers.
Aw.
And
Ooh.
he will he's gonna life drain Matthias and slap Ismark.
Do not slap
That's
the
rude.
Burgermeister.
It's rude to slap the Burgermeister. He only gets a 10 to hit you, Matthias. You're
That will
okay.
not hit.
His claws rattle off your shield.
Hey, don't scratch the griffin.
And he also misses Ismark. So he's throwing these claws and they're just rattling off your guys' armor. Matthias.
All right. I'm gonna try and dispose of Mr. Blue here so that we can turn our attention to the big bad. Because my attacks aren't very effective against the boss. $16 to hit.
It is very effective against him, though, and you did
Yeah.
9 points of damage to Zombie Blue. You roll another d20, please. You cut off his other leg.
Haha, Stumpy, take that.
He goes prone.
He's prone.
He is prone.
Say, this sounds like an opportune time for an action surge.
And he can't stand up.
He cannot stand up. Yeah, you are free to action surge if you would like to.
Yes. Is that a plus to hit if he's prone? or-
You get an advantage to hit.
Oh,
I get
Well,
back down.
that's even better than a plus.
And I can't get up again.
Matthias cut my legs all off.
Oh,
no!
It's a crit. That's a shame.
Matthias, you kill Zombie Blue. How's it go down?
Woo!
As he's there, like trying to get up on his stumps to claw at me again, just cleave down through with the long sword. I mean, one-handed, of course, because I got a shield. And separates the head from the rest, and it just falls into a lifeless hunk of rotting carcass.
Beautiful.
Delicious and gross.
Yeah, only someone can shield best. Burgermeister back into the wall of.
I can certainly try.
Put him in the cloud of daggers. Irina will take her turn, and she'll try to do you one better. I think. Oh, nope, she can't move somebody else with that ability. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Rude.
She will try to stab her dad, though. She is poisoned. She does not succeed in hitting her dad, so she's kind of retching and vomiting and not able to stay on target. The bats. The swarm of bats over on Edric is going to try and bite him again.
No, you do not.
And the swarm of bats over by Tristan are going to try to bite him. And the random number generator does not want to roll double-digit numbers this evening.
Nope.
We're okay with that.
Beetlejaw.
We're going to, with our mighty silvered short sword, miss.
You got to move to hit him.
Who are you swinging at?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be at
Oh, cool.
Dude.
Yeah, that's not going to hit the Burgermaster.
no.
But it does promote an attack of opportunity from the bats. Get him, my pretties.
Good lord. Yep, no.
Bats are just
He just like
flailing.
he just backhands him with a shield.
What's everybody's hit points looking at?
I think I'm full.
I have 14.
Cool.
Full 25.
Donovich.
I'm currently at 16 of 26.
He can make it to Lily. So Donovich makes it to Lily, and he's going to touch you, Lily.
Why?
He healed you for 12 points of damage.
Oh. Okay, he can touch me. That's fine. I consent to this touching.
Touch me.
Ismark is going to. He's going to take a hint from Tristan. He's going to try and shove his dad into the
Tyrion.
blades. Tyrion. No.
Wait.
Yeah, he's taking a. Well, Tristan's the one who said throw him in the clouded daggers.
Oh, that's true.
So if I was at 14 out of 21, what do I go up to then? Just go back-
21.
Okay.
All right. Ismark, using one of his attacks, succeeds in pushing him into the clouded daggers. And he'll take the cloud of dagger damage at the beginning of his next turn.
Nice.
Ismark will use his second attack to attack with his sword with both hands. And hits. And deals 3 points of damage. All right, so yeah, he starts wrestling with his dad, and he kind of chucks him back into the swirling blue vortex of angry daggers. Tristan, your turn.
Since I'm hurling, I'm at disadvantage for all my attacks, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I look at the Burgermeister, goes, you were a bad Burgermeister, you should not be here anymore. I don't know, I'm just something. I'm going to try to use vicious mockery on him.
You don't even know who I am. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, let me. Oh, it's missing off my sheet.
Oh, I don't think I added it on. Whoops. Vicious mockery is 1d4 psychic damage, and it is a wisdom saving throw.
Wow, I really need to like do homework before starting this because I'm like, oh my gosh, I do have like things that I can do if I get hit. That would have been nice to know.
It is on your sheet now, Tristan, if you want to click it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So DC 13 wisdom save, and he takes 2 points of damage if he fails. Zombie.
Digits. Damn it.
He succeeds. So yeah, he's like, you don't even know my civic policy. How could you be saying I am bad Burgermaster?
Who's he swinging at?
He doesn't swing at anybody.
Oh.
Although he
Frozen
will take
dodge,
his legendary action now that you say something.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
His turn. It's my turn.
Are you going to move?
No, but
Okay. He will take his legendary action at the end of Tristan's turn. And he will... he's going to throw a life drain attack at Matthias. Feed me.
No.
No, you do not feed him.
Good.
All right, Tyrion.
All right, I have a prone zombie in front of me, which means I get to shield bash with advantage.
It's different than shield bashing with style, kids.
Slightly.
It does hit.
All right.
Zombie Red takes 2 points of damage.
And shove him backwards 5 feet.
No!
backhand the zombie.
Yep. Just shield bash right in the face.
Are you happy staying right there, or you want to move?
Let's see here. I'm happy standing there.
Cool. All right, the zombies. The unmarked zombie is going to attack Lily again. He does get one critical hit.
Can I do my?
Wait,
Who was that one?
On me?
Who's it?
Yeah, on Lily.
Yeah,
I
can
have.
can I roll my shield?
I also have
Yeah.
Hellish Rebuke.
So Hellish Rebuke works if you want to take the damage.
Oh.
I'll take the damage. See it. Roll the shield
Oh.
first.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Roll it again.
I'm rolling and I'm rolling.
You missed.
I missed.
Shield.
So zombie's trying to get at Lily. Edric puts a shield in the way. Bam. Bad zombie. Bad zombie. Zombie Red's gonna shamble forward again and try to get Tyrion.
It's like, I don't want to stand up. Bad things happen when I stand up, and the 6 misses.
So zombie's crawling over. He's just trying to get at you, but your armor and your deft ability to put your boot right on his forehead and keep him out of arm's length into an impenetrable fortress.
Yes.
Lily.
Well, I thank Edric. I would give you something if I could, but then I can't hurt this thing, so
No need.
you know. I want to. I think I want to hit this zombie with my unmarked zombie with my
Rob's
sickle
away.
again. Huh?
Rob's away from his screen, and the chat is saying it's frozen.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize he was away from his.
Yeah, I sent him a message in Discord, but I guess he's not getting it.
Oh no.
Oh, but the map is working, so that's good.
Rob,
Which
come
is-
back.
Which is weird.
I see him looking at us.
Like wave
He's coming
our
to save the
hands.
day.
On
Is the sound going?
our video?
I'm asking if everybody can
I
you guys
can-
hear us? Oh, I know you guys can hear me, but I'm wondering if the audience can hear us.
Yep. They can hear us.
Okay.
There it goes.
Oh. there
Oh,
it
we're
is.
moving again. Thanks, Rob.
Hi guys. Okay. So I guess I will melee smash this zombie right next to me again. Seems like a good
Perfect.
idea.
Smash away.
Now that I've lost my attack screen. This is fine. Sickle.
Nice hit.
Thank you. I have no idea what it is yet. Excellent.
That is a nice
More-
hit. Please
More
roll.
black sparks fly out.
Please roll a d20 for me.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
5.
You cut
Woohoo.
off a leg.
Yes.
Are you gonna move or take any bonus actions?
I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay.
Then no, I'll stay right here.
Awesome. The bad guy. He takes his dagger damage. Damn it.
So my
Ooh,
curse only
nice.
lasted for a minute, so I don't know if that's still active or not.
It's still
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
A minute's 10 rounds.
Oh,
Eternity in combat.
yeah.
So, Tristan, you how do you want to kill the bad guy?
Nice.
Get it, get it.
I didn't kill the bad guy. His son threw him into a torrent of raining daggers.
Yes.
Sure did.
Patched him from this plane.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
So yeah, the he goes into the cloud of daggers, and the daggers just stab and stab and stab and stab, and they start throwing his body parts out of the spinning vortex of blades, leaving just a Sam Raimi amount of blood and gore all over the place.
Yes.
And with that, the two zombies disintegrate.
I knew it.
Matthias, you're up.
All that's left are the swarms. Yes.
Mhm.
That is correct.
Which are there's only 2?
Yep.
Okay.
And looking at them, you think they're going to fly away.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that attacking a swarm is necessarily a good idea, so I will just stand guard.
Cool. And with that, the swarms will take the disengage action and they will fly away, flying back up towards the castle on the cliff.
Scree, 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 scree.
And Irina shouts towards these towering spires of Castle Ravenloft. She says, "Haven't you taken enough?" She falls to her knees and begins to sob. Ismark places a hand on her shoulder before collecting the still twitching pieces of his father. And he shakes his head as he tosses the pieces into the coffin and uses the winch to lower it into the grave. He takes one of the shovels and begins piling dirt into the hole. Irina sobs, slamming her fists into the mud and the muck. Once the grave is filled, Ismark looks to his sister and says, "Irina, there's nothing left for you here. You must get to safety." And he looks at all of you, as if to say you guys should get a move on.
How can we like?
I have a feeling we just angered the devil that rules this land. We should be moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna quaff one of them. Their little potions that we got.
I have
Donovich will pass cure wounds around, so you guys don't have to use your spell slots.
excellent.
Nice.
I don't have a spell slot per se.
Or your healing potion.
You get 6 points back. Matthias, is anybody else hurt?
What
Nope.
about wrenching?
That goes away after the zombie dies. And then you get 8 more, Matthias.
Let's back up to full. Thank you.
He kind of nods solemnly. And as you and Irina leave the graveyard, you see Donovich and Ismark stand for a moment at the church gate, stone-faced as the building behind them. Donovich, you can see sorrow in his frown, and his shoulders droop as he turns away from you. And one last time, you can hear screaming from the cellar, "Father, please, I'm starving." And you guys go on your merry way, off to take Irina off to Valakai to hopefully meet up with Madame Ava along the way. And that is where we will end this week's episode of Heroes of the Mist.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Yes.
but yes, that was a good ending.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm just sad I couldn't like study the undying father before he got buried. But I'm sure there's plenty more waiting.
Probably.
So we do not level up this week. You guys are going to remain level 3
Okay.
for now.
But we get gear.
You do
Maybe.
get the equipment that you guys bought, which
So we have to.
yeah, between the weeks, go ahead and come up with a list of stuff that you guys are taking with you.
Shopping.
Shopping.
If you guys want to collaborate on Discord, however you want to do it, that's cool with me.
Works for me.
Everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate you. Stick around. We're going to raid another channel, and please come back and see any of our other shows this week. On Wednesday, we've got Smuggler's Run, which is a Star Wars game that I get to play in, which is awesome. I get to play a Baby Boomer clone trooper.
It's about cabbages. Don't let them lie.
It is about cabbages. It's a lot of fun. And on Thursday, Rob GM's The Wheel of Fate, which is his own take on the Descent to Avernus module that came out back in September. So lots of fun stuff happening here at Geek Unleashed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We'll be here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Everybody except for Damon, unfortunately. He'll be gone next week.
Unfortunately, I'm out next week, guys.
We'll miss you.
He's going
miss
to
you.
go with Strahd and plan our demise.
Wow.
Bleh.
All right, everyone. Have a good evening. Good rest of the week.
Yeah.
Thanks,
If
Good
you're
guys.
a
week,
local in
guys.
Columbus, come check me out at the Book Loft on Sunday. I'll be talking about my book.
Better be there. Or I'll tell Strahd.